Sitting on a park bench one day, oh, you came down and sat next to me. You had my heart fluttering, baby, like a pair of butterfly's wings. You seemed to talk for hours about everything we do. And when you went away, baby, oh, right then I knew that there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. It's been 2 years, baby. Oh, you're standing there. I see the love in your eyes, wind blowing through your hair. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, the love we share. And I knew in my heart, baby, none would ever compare. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. We talked for hours, made love on the beach. You are my dream, my only fantasy. Then one summer day, my darling, you went away. You flew up to heaven, you see, got your own pair of wings. Though it broke my heart, I remember everything you taught. There never will be another woman that can mend this heart. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to September. The one and only September.
First Friday in September.
First
September
Friday?
2nd, yes.
And that is the trumpets from my man Edwin Diaz.
It seems to be working because they won last night.
They're going to keep playing that bad boy until the end of September. We go to October. It is going to be a race to the end with the Atlanta Braves right on our tails. It's going to be fun. The Phillies are going to be there. All the in-town battlegrounds are going to be put in here. We're going to be playing portions of the show. Mets won yesterday. Gotta love it. Yankees are winning. Aaron Judge is going after a record that's only been broken once, which is 63 home runs. He has 51. He has 31 games to hit 10. My goodness
63
gracious.
was by whom? Who holds it now? Barry Bonds?
Barry has a 73. But
So what record is he breaking?
That's a tainted record because
So whose record is he breaking?
Lou Gehrig.
Okay. What year?
Is it Lou Gehrig?
I don't think so.
Who's the home run?
Or was it Maris?
Roger Maris.
Roger Maris? Oh, he was 61, I think.
I think whoever hit the 61 is the one he's going after.
Roger Maris.
Roger Maris. I'm not a Yankee fan.
Well, apparently Eileen, though, is, so
She's
that's
a
kind of
Yankee
cool.
And he has 30-some-odd games to do it. I mean, that is... We were talking about this, Eileen, about class. You know, I've seen some of the greatest ball players. Baseball, basketball, football. Brady, everybody knows Brady the GOAT. I've seen Willie Mays play. And I don't know, these guys don't know who Willie Mays is, the kid. Actually met Willie Mays in Queens, in New York City, when he came to play for the Mets. They just retired his jersey. You know how I mean, it's amazing. DeGrom is probably the greatest pitcher I've ever seen pitch, better than Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, Gaylord Perry, all these guys. I've seen them all. And the game has changed. This Judge kid, man, he's young, 31. This kid is going to be, I mean, how much money do you pay somebody like this? And this is, all the greatness is going on. So this is going to be a fun time in New York City in baseball.
Eileen, you love baseball?
Well, I'm totally a Yankees fan.
I know, me and you, World Series, baby. And I'm going to tell you, you guys cheated. You know you cheated. They called a home run back on the Mets, and they changed the whole concept of the game. That's when Roger, what's his name, the pitcher, hit the Piazza with the ball, and then he threw the bat at him. Roger Clemens, you remember that? Piazza hit a foul ball, and the ball. Oh, but he was mean. He took the bat and threw it at Piazza. Who does that?
Yeah.
People that are not nice,
And
I
all
guess.
the teams came out and they spilled out. That was the New York City World Series. Never happened before. It was the first time.
He was on a lot of steroids though at the time too. So
That's why he'll never be in the
that was
Hall of
roid
Fame.
rage probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally roid rage.
Now, do you believe Bobby Bonds is the home run king?
No,
Because he cheated.
he cheated. Yeah.
It was never
All
proven.
those things, Bobby Bonds and the other guy.
Sammy Sosa,
Sammy Sosa,
McGuire,
McGuire. They all were taking
Steroids.
Jose Canseco. Yeah.
Canseco. Well, Canseco is the one that ratted him out.
Yeah, he's the one that went to. Yeah.
He says, I used to share the steroids with them. Now, Bobby Bonds, he was a skinny kid.
What's his
Skinny.
name, Barry Bonds?
Bobby, with the father. He
Like you've all now
I get him and his
renamed
father,
him
'cause
Bobby,
his
oh my
father
God.
was a great ball player.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, he turned into the Incredible Hulk. And he hits
they
all
would
those.
show these different, photographs before, like 1 year later, they became like,
Superstar, heavyweight
yeah.
lifters of the
Come on.
world.
yeah.
It was craziness. So these guys are never going to be in the Hall of Fame. Bonds is never going to get in. Now, let me ask you, Pete Rose.
Oh.
What do you do with a Pete Rose? Okay, they say he's banned for life for gambling.
Well,
No, you know nothing. Do you not let him in because he gambled? And he told you, I bet it on my team? But he bet on his own team.
why is that illegal?
Because you're not supposed to do that.
He's gambling against
What's
his
that,
own
like
team.
insider
Sort of
trading
like insider
information?
Trading, yeah.
He would tell people, we're going to win today because I'm starting good pitch. We're going to lose today because I'm not starting nobody.
That was my dream,
What?
that Geo was in it.
Why?
The joint space station between U.S. and Russia. That was my dream last night.
Are you following the conversation here?
And I can't believe I had that dream last night. It was about Geo, but
What just happened here?
baseball. I'm following it.
She does.
Yankees to
She,
Russia.
she does
Insider
this.
trading.
No, she does this. This is the way she operates. Why? Because she
But-
doesn't
Got
like
a stream of
sports.
consciousness.
But did it change the way he played? Would he have played worse if he hadn't bet
No,
on
because
it?
Charlie Hustle owns the Major League hits. Nobody's hit the ball more times than him. He has the record. He's the all-time hits leader. So how can you cheat when you're the all-time hits leader?
He earned the hits. He just didn't. He bet and gambled when he was a manager.
That's right.
So
why
maybe
are we
he should
holding
go
him
in as
out,
a
though?
player, not a manager.
But why are we holding the player out? I mean, you could put a star next to it that says, I gambled. Okay, so what? Who doesn't gamble? You know, I used to be, Dwight Gooden was a pitcher that I admire. He was a young kid coming up, and you know the white lines up at first and third base line? He started snoring them.
Ba-dum-bum.
He has a drug problem.
He's your best audience. I
But he has a drug problem. And he had not one, not twice, I think 3 times. But the kid could pitch. He has a
Yeah, he
problem.
was great.
What do? You keep him out of the hall because he had a drug problem.
I don't think so.
But DeGrom is apple pie. They haven't found any dirt on him. He pitches, he wins. He doesn't get any support. He wants to leave the Mets because every time he pitches, he loses 1-0. Can you imagine losing 1-0 100 times? That's ridiculous.
That's like a no game.
Because the Mets don't hit. They got this curse on them. I don't know what it is.
But you still love him.
Because I get to watch greatness. I get to see it while I'm still alive. I get to see this kid pitch. And these players play and Judge play. And I'm not even a Yankee fan, man, but I'm a sports fan.
I know.
I love to watch greatness in motion because you're never going to see it again. God tipped these guys with his finger, and they're super. It's like CC singing. I can't sing like that. I can't even imagine singing like that.
He's amazing.
God tipped his fingers on this man's voice.
So you have to say happy anniversary to CeCe and Colleen. Happy
Hey,
1
thank you.
year.
Appreciate
Nice
that.
sound. Joy Crawford says people are listening. They're loving your
Thank you,
music.
Joy. Yeah, thank you very much. It's
1 year, huh?
1 year.
Newlyweds.
Yes, ma'am.
How's it been? Don't gag. Wedded bliss. I think Eileen, I don't, Patty, how many years you're married?
42.
Eileen, how many are you?
We are 40.
Wow.
Wow, can you imagine?
82 years combined.
Can you imagine? And this one has 30. Can you imagine 119 years to get to 120?
Wow.
1 year. Is it everything you, I'm afraid to ask, is it everything you guys anticipated?
We've got everything and more. But no matter whatever comes our way, we get through it together. So, you know, it's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, but we cherish all of it because we battle it together.
That's how you do it.
I heard a funny story that you have that you want to share about how you met.
Well, where we got married at and how it happened.
Why don't you tell us about that?
So his mother's 70th birthday was last year on August the 28th, and I had sent him to Bristol, Tennessee to go visit her and surprise her. And I wasn't able to go because I had to work. And then when he got back, or I kept giving him clues about our anniversary or, you know, around the time or what we were going to do, and kept giving him clues. I was taking him on a surprise trip. Once he got back, I said, okay, don't unpack your suitcase, or let's unpack it, but let's reorganize it, and we're going right back to the airport. And we got out of the plane, and he has never been to Las Vegas. So he went to Vegas, and I planned a show like every day of the week. So Monday, I think it was Terry Fader, we did Blue Man Group, we did a comedian, and we did the Prince Experience. But on that Thursday, we got up for the day, and I'm like, okay, well, you ready for the day? And he's like, yeah. I go, and by the way, we need to be at the chapel at 4 o'clock. We're getting married at 5. And I rented the tux and the dress and the flowers, and very nice lady Erin had married us, and we just did it our way.
He didn't know this was coming?
Had no idea.
I've been asking her since I met her.
Yeah.
And she kept saying, no, it's not the right time. No, 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 no. So I just stopped asking at that point.
How long had you been dating?
A little over a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Wow. Well, happy anniversary.
Well, thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you
An
so
amazing
much.
story. Young love.
Yep. And that's the end of that.
Amazing. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk to Eileen Lemelman and Patty Shotwell. It all starts with you. We're talking insurance. We've got a Labor Day drink and some more music from CC Clevenger. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Hi, I'm Dawn Clifford, owner and founder of Clifford Insurance Advisors. Established in November of 1999, we focus on mainly health, life, disability, Medicare, and long-term care insurance. Specifically for people aging into Medicare or the self-employed or even employee benefits for small business owners. We can be reached by phone number at 561-880-0391 or by email info@cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com. Visit our website at www.cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com and even visit Facebook, Clifford Insurance Advisors.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Welcome to Movies of Del Rey, a family-run movie theater that has been serving the Del Rey and Boca community for over 30 years. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Movies of Del Rey offers great admission prices, low concession prices, and quality customer service. Movies of Del Rey provides the quality of the big box theaters without the price tag. Movies of Del Rey provides new Hollywood content as well as new indie and independent movies. It truly is a hidden gem. Whether you're hosting a private event, party, or fundraiser, or are looking for your next date night activity, Movies of Delray is the perfect choice. Come on down to Movies of Delray, located at 7421 West Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, or visit us online at moviesofdelray.com.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back.
We're back. You ready to get this going? I got to tell you, I don't know what happened. Everyone's anxiety is like on this all-time high. So it's a good thing we've got a long weekend ahead of us. Labor Day weekend.
I don't get this anxiety stuff. We got to talk to Eileen about it. I mean, maybe there's a pill you can take.
No more. No pills. Enough pills. We have to do like Katie. Stress less and decompress with Katie.
Yeah, and everybody is too compressed.
Why is everyone
Too
with such
stressed.
high anxiety, Eileen?
Well, I think what's happening is that this is like post-COVID re-entry.
True.
So, how everyone was locked down and isolated and really kind of like protected in their little cocoons. I mean, a lot of people liked that, actually. But now we're getting back into the swing of things. I think more businesses are saying, no, got to come back into the office. As a matter of fact, I was seeing that there is a whole breakfast kind of boom going on because now people are going back into the office, so they stop and they get their breakfast at Dunkin', at Starbucks, at Wendy's or McDonald's or wherever it is. And there's a whole breakfast boom going on now. And I think, people are starting to re-enter into all things. And of course, as we re-enter, the news doesn't help, with all the financial concerns and we're still being bombarded with health concerns. All these unusual, weird, poxes are coming up. and we're just, I think we have to really limit what we allow into our life, into our brain. And balance. We have to balance everything. We have to, really figure out how we're going to balance social media, the news, work, life, all of that.
Well, actually, we're doing that now on our 1 o'clock. We used to go to the news between the 12 and 1 o'clock hour. Now we're going to oldies music.
Good.
Because there is nothing positive on the news.
No. And what are you going to learn? You're not going to learn anything.
Right.
And anything that you need to know, you'll figure it'll get to
Someone
you.
will let you know.
But you
And
still,
it's like, what things do you have control over, too? It's
But
like,
that's the other
know,
problem.
Yeah.
New World Order is going to require you to just that. It's New World Order is the way things are, and you're going to have to adapt, or you're going to be defeated. And these are new challenges. I mean, you do a show here, and one of the most important statistics that we don't acknowledge is that we got a whole slew of new people coming into our circle, into Florida, because they've moved. You go to work, forget about it, the traffic, it's crazy. These are new voices that don't recognize or don't understand the show, and you can tell little by little with people coming on and your sponsors coming on and talking to other people The opportunity is now to grow on this thing. I don't think we have time right now to get depressed or get angry or any of that. I don't think we have time. And then the weekends come in, and these 3-day weekends are a little longer, and you've been used to staying home, so they're doing nothing, and you kind of like that. 78% increase of people traveling this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is bananas.
And they don't have enough pilots.
You saw what the pilots are doing?
Yes.
They are picketing on their day off.
I know.
Because it is a federal law that you cannot picket when you're on the clock.
It's funny, we had a guest scheduled. She was coming in from New York last night, and she texted me yesterday. She goes, my flight's been canceled. I can't get to you. So
That's what's happening.
that's exactly what it is. And she's like, I'm just not going to make it for 2 more weeks. She can't get a flight.
And the airline industry, you know, when you make this kind of money and you lose $1, it's like the end of the world. So they don't want to pay the pilots a little bit more money and lose a little bit less.
What the airlines forget, I got to say this, is that they were given so much money from the government
PPP
during
money.
COVID.
Yes,
And now they don't want to pay pilots.
that's right.
I mean, it is a sin. It's a sin, really.
It's robbery, it's fraud.
And this is life and death situation. I mean, you've got lives on these planes. You know, I always say, if we forget a mic here, it's not good, but no one's going to die, thank goodness.
You forget an engine there.
You forget, you don't have a qualified pilot on that plane, you got a problem.
You got a little bit of a problem.
I mean, you got a big problem
That's why I don't
there.
want to take a plane nowhere. I don't want to get on a plane.
You won't even drive a car up to West Palm Beach.
Barely. And taking the train now, Scary. I used to love train riding. But every time I see another derailment or this or that, now I hear that Florida is allowing these chemicals to come through.
You should stop watching the news.
Yeah,
Oh
stop
my God.
watching
Seriously,
the news.
stop
so
the news.
here you're saying, so you're asking why people are anxious?
Yes.
Look, in this short period of time, look what we're talking about. Everybody's, got their nervous systems are so elevated. We're so hyper vigilant. We're waiting for the next bad, news story to come on. We're always guarding ourselves. That affects our nervous system.
But then we
guarded.
flipped the switch. So last night we had singing. I gotta tell
I
you,
think we got to keep singing.
I saw when I was driving on from the radio
Drinking.
station last night,
Listening to
and JC sang that first song. I had to pull over. It was amazing. The sound, everything was amazing. The way it came over.
JC's hilarious. She comes in with pages of content in her head. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And everyone's moving cameras around. Well, it must have been 4 people moving her camera angles, this back and forth. She had a lot of content, but she had a lot of songs, so.
She did one thing. 3 songs, stand here, and what should we talk about? That's the one that got me. I was dying in the corner.
But it was great. But you guys had a great show today also with Patty Shotwell, the insurance lady.
Thank you.
And we always think about catastrophic reasons we need insurance. There's even catastrophic health insurance for people who can't afford your everyday insurance plan. But then you talk about a simple fall. People fall, elderly fall, right? If you've got the cushion when you fall, you hope you don't break anything. If your bones are a little frail or whatever it is, you're going to need help. You're going to need attendant care. You're going to maybe need an assisted living for either a short period of time or a long period. It's about being prepared. And I know we talked October, the whole Medicare window opens, but what about long-term care insurance that you guys talked about a little bit?
Well, it's available, and I mean, you can enroll in these insurance policies anytime. It's just whether you qualify or not. That's the main thing. So, but it's definitely something that you need to think about in advance of the need, and know that it could be something coming down the road. So I'm just planning for
What
it.
age should you attempt to do this? Because if you do it too early, you pay little, but you're not going to use it. You're going to use it later in life. And then your health concerns.
The younger you are, the lower the cost is at that time. So
Right.
if you get it when you're younger, you'll pay a lower premium. As you get older, the costs start to go up, even if you still don't need it. But, by getting it early, even like life insurance and all of that, it's all age-based. And, so people that are in their 20s and 30s can get it for much less than somebody who's in their 50s and 60s. So,
Well, whole life doesn't increase in value if you get it at 20 and you finish paying it at 40. It's not going to change in value. But long-term care, if you get it at 50 and you don't use it, doesn't it increase over like 3 years, 5 years or something like that? or health?
some of the policies can increase in premium as you get older. So it just depends on what all of the stipulations are in the policy that you get.
And you want to prepare against something catastrophic happening. And depending on what your circumstances are, if you're the one making all the money in the household, you want to make sure that things are taken care of.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that least do it. And you're looking at a perfect example. I
Yeah.
was the least, and I used to sell insurance, and I never got it. And my kids finally forced me to get long-term care because they don't want to take care of me. They want somebody else to pay for it.
Something they won't want to.
Oh, please. I changed their Pampers, they won't change mine.
That's the thing that children are not supposed to do with their parents.
What
and
are you
a husband
talking
and wife
about?
are not supposed to do that
Hold
for
the
each other
time out.
either.
That's not true. I changed his Pampers.
Well, that's a parent to a child.
I could act like a child. I could, he could change
And
mine.
you probably will, but no, it's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Past the age of 3, I don't think we should be
You
changing
wouldn't take care of
diapers.
your dad that way? You wouldn't change his
Do
Pampers?
you want your son changing your pamper?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You want him wiping your butt?
As much as he wants to.
Not that I wouldn't.
I took care of
it's
my
not-
father.
It's not
My father used to
calling.
say, "Get out of here." I says, "Dad, I got to help you. Okay, I got to do it. Don't worry about it. I'm not shy. You did this for me. I don't get it."
You know, we all do if we have to, but if you have an option that you don't, that you can actually be that child, spouse, caregiver versus the caretaker.
So a caregiver that you hire somebody to do that.
Well,
It's
no.
okay to do that?
My mom and dad are their caregivers, but nobody is cleaning or
Now,
bathing or
but
doing
what if
the-
it came up that way? Who would do it?
They have a long-term care policy that does it.
But you know
So-
what's really important to think about also? The person who ends up caring for the elderly or the sick person actually ends up sometimes becoming sick themselves because it's a lot
80%
stress.
of the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider also.
yeah.
Remember we talked about that
Yeah, it
earlier?
takes a toll on the caregivers. That's a major problem, is that family caregivers, there's a great deal of stress within the family dynamic with these type of things, especially if your child is taking care of you and they have their own children to take care of and their job. And I mean, that's a tremendous amount of stress that not even watching the news or staying away from the news. This is a daily stress that people go through having to take care of their parents.
Yeah.
So it's
exhausting physically, emotionally. You know, you always have to be on guard. You
and
always
even a parent, even a spouse taking care of a spouse.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It did my father in taking care of my mother because he was always on call
Yeah.
24/7. He was on call taking care of her.
That's what my father did, taking care
And
of
then
my
I think
mother.
there's this whole guilt thing of these are the vows you made in sickness and in health. But no one said in changing diapers and Hoyer lift. That's not in the vows. You will have a Hoyer lift and you will have a diaper change and you will have a hospital bed. That's not part of the vows.
The 24/7 can really be a grind. And even if you have part-time help in the family or in the situation, just to give the caregiver some time to go get their hair done or get their nails done or go out to lunch with their friends or something, just to get away and not be the 24/7 caregiver. Even temporary assistance can make a huge difference.
Your parents' caregiver is amazing, I gotta tell you. But my father used to take care of my mother, and I tried to bring in a caregiver. My mother was more embarrassed by somebody else. She would only let my father do the deal. Now, I never had a daughter. I never had a daughter. So I can understand me cleaning my mom, that's a problem. So I used to tell my sister, this is you. And she said, why? And I said, because it's mom. What am I supposed to do? It's me. You got to do what you got to do. But my father, no problem. Now, it was a problem for him for somebody else to come in. He was embarrassed. My father gave me the keys to his truck crying because he's come to realize he couldn't drive anymore. And the truck was in a ditch. I had to get cranes to get it out. and he gave me his keys crying. So you sort of got to blend and go with this. I don't expect you to clean your father, no. But I do your mom. It's just,
Sorry, Mom, I love
and
you,
remember,
but not a thing.
husband and wife, my parents were married over 60 years, 66 years. You know, they don't got too many secrets left. They don't care if they had to get clean, not clean by each other. They don't care about that no more.
Yeah, but it's just, I also feel there's a dignity part of it also. Everyone has their personal dignity, and it's not something you want your spouse or your child
You want
do.
a stranger to take care of that.
Well,
Really.
also sometimes
They're
it's
trained
not
to do
even
this.
the act of what they're doing. It's sometimes it's physically impossible for someone to help their spouse. If their spouse is very heavy and is immobile, it's you physically can't move them around or help them into chairs or things like that. I mean, a lot of times it's not just that you're not willing to do it or you're embarrassed about doing it. It's just that you're not even physically capable
Even
of
if
doing
somebody
it.
isn't heavy. I mean, yes, heavy is one thing. My mother was a rail. My mother was so skinny. But when you have that dead weight, when you don't have the muscles to lift yourself up and you're dead weight, I don't care
Yeah.
how thin you are. That is really, really tough. And that wears on a person.
Yep.
Picking them up, putting them on and off the toilet, in and out of the car. I mean,
It's a toll.
it's a toll. It takes its toll.
Yeah.
It definitely takes its toll.
I didn't lose any sleep on those things. I remember, and I mean, you do the best you can with what you got. But Gio, if you're watching, see, I rely on Gio. Gio will take care of me more than Freddie, because Freddie ain't got no stomach for this thing. He tells me, oh, no. Meanwhile, I says, I should have done that to you when you were a baby. Oh, no. He was taking a whiz on me and everything else. Really? I didn't know how to take care of kids. We had the baby boy. Wait till you guys go down this path.
Diaper over.
I didn't know that. There's no
learned that the
manual.
first time. True.
I call my mom and says, Mom, I'm soaked here. What do I? She says, you got to cover.
Yeah, you got to cover that thing.
I said, but why didn't he go before I changed them? She
They
says
go,
the
as soon as
cold
you
weather.
change them, they go.
Yeah,
And
but
they
the
laugh.
air hits it.
Yep.
And they laugh. So unless I could do that now, I think he has a lot of catching up to do.
And Medicare open enrollment starts in October.
Yes, October 15th to December 7th is Medicare annual enrollment. And then we also have the individual health care plans. That open enrollment starts November 1st. So that's the other side. So for like the under 65, they have annual enrollment at this time of year also.
Oh.
Yeah.
But if you're already enrolled in it, do you have to re-enroll in Medicare?
You need to review your plan. You don't necessarily need to change it every year, but there are changes to the plans every year, and it's always good to review, make sure that.
So we have to talk.
Yes, absolutely.
So
yeah.
you do that. You review plans.
I
yes?
review plans
I
with
think that's the deal
with
right
everyone.
there.
Yeah. So
Because
there's
everything's changed.
always changes in benefits. Some plans improve their benefits. Other plans, will change their copays are a little higher. Sometimes medications are not going to be covered next year. You just have to make sure that you double check and make sure that everything is set for 2023.
A lot of things change. I remember I used to get my my medicine from Publix. It used to be free. They had a list. Mm-hmm. Not no more. That's gone.
Yeah.
Now you have to pay for everything that used to be free. Not a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's not a lot of money. It's $7 for me. But there was a time like diabetes medicine, my injections. The first bill I got was $300 for 10 pens. I said, what? So I went to Costco and the pharmacist. I says, I'm gonna crawl in that window. No, we got to make some phone calls here, and I got to push down because they didn't read the changes, and they brought it down to like $30. From 300 to $30 is a huge difference. Yeah. So we should tell the whole world that they should get these things looked at if you're already on there.
Yeah, and there's new programs with Medicare. There's insulin savings programs and things like that are coming into play. And even with the new legislation that was passed, there's going to be additional prescription drug benefits in the future too. So that's all things that you just need to talk to your agent about, find out what's going to work best for you.
Or call Patty and let her know.
Call me.
Call Patty.
Call Patty, the insurance
The insurance lady.
What's the best way to get in touch with you?
I'm sorry?
The best way to get in touch with you?
Email or phone call, either one. So Patty, the insurance lady at gmail.com.
All right.
That's
and
me.
Patty's going to be giving some updates on It All Starts With You, even some little tidbits every week, I believe, or every other week as we roll into open enrollment and insurance plans, just so you're prepared and you start thinking. I know you can't do some of these things right now, but at least the thought process gets rolling and you start having it on the front of your mind instead of the back. So check out.
And this
It
is
All
for
Starts With
people
You.
that are already in Medicare.
Yes.
If you're going to be turning 65 soon, you can enroll at that time. You don't have to wait for annual enrollment to do that.
You can
So
always
if
do
you
that.
have a birthday coming up, you should always, investigate what you need to do as far as getting Medicare when you turn 65. But if you're already in Medicare, you need to review every year.
We should do a PSA on the Cafe Press that they're working on in there. They're putting some changes in there. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But we should put a PSA, let people know. And I deal with AARP. I believe in AARP. And you ain't got to be 60 to get A. You could be 22 and you qualify for AARP. But they got a lot of stuff in there that there were things that I could not get outside of there. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you, I tried. And stupid me listening to some other dummies, I ended up paying more on long-term care. If I had been smart, I would have done it back when and would have saved a lot of money.
Right.
So don't think because it says AARP and it's a red card and you got to put it underneath your arm so nobody knows you're part of it. That's ridiculous.
It's like you think the price is going to go down if you wait long enough.
Yeah.
Nope, because you hit a certain birthday and they go up, it automatically goes up. So
Yep.
yeah, and it's not going down.
It doesn't. And there are savings in there and you should, when you register, you got a 2 or 3 year plan, every time you do that, you should have your stuff looked at. I didn't know Patty even did that. So maybe we put a little...
and even there's new products, even with like life insurance. Eileen and I were talking about this with the new hybrid products that the insurance companies are offering. They're always looking for ways to bring the right products to the consumer. And these hybrid products are something new. And some people have the old insurance that doesn't offer these riders. And then people can transition over or change over to the new insurance that does offer those. So even if you have insurance in place, you should still review that. Your life insurance, all of those, you should review those every so often to see what else might be out there that would work better for you.
All right, Patty Shotwell, the insurance lady. PattyTheInsuranceLady.com. Patty with an I.
And you could use life insurance for many different aspects in a business. Keyman insurance and some other things that you can use. The angles are tremendous, and because it's tax-free, wherever you're leaving the money to grow that business, they're going to appreciate you a whole lot.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, maybe we'll get another Freedom Hymn or a song from CeCe Clevenger.
Oh, we're going to try something different.
In the house, something new. All right,
Little
more to
classic
come.
rock.
888-994-4995, Studio A. Got some drinks to make also. Stay tuned. And we'll be right back. Yes, right?
When it comes to investigative services, you can't settle for
on the
independent or irresponsible services. PI Network of Florida is a firm that you can rely on for actionable insight for personal or professional matters. From surveillance and insurance claims to background checks and identity theft, the investigative services are extensive. With over 30 years experience and 2 decades of serving the community, PI Network of Florida is trustworthy and reliable. Call today at 786-768-4394. Trust your gut. Trust PI Network of Florida.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyrashevsky@gmail.com. That's amyrashevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40-plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available, so don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
If your family is suffering from inflation and high costs caused by Lois Frankel's reckless policies, Republican Dan Franzese is clearly your best choice for Congress. Dan is a successful businessman who understands finance and economics. He's not a politician. Dan grew up blue collar and knows how tough inflation is on working families. Dan Franzese will go to Washington and fight the liberals who are killing us with inflation. Dan Franzese for Congress.
I'm Dan Franzese and I approve this message.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Oh, time for some classic rock, y'all. Let's go. When I was a young boy, said put away, young boy, so good. You don't have to be so exciting. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of fun, yeah. You always look so inviting. You ain't as green as you are young. Hey baby, it's you. Come on girl, now it's you. Sink your teeth right through my bones, baby. There's nothing we can't do. Come on and make it hurt. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. I ain't talking no big deals. I ain't made no plans myself. I ain't talking no high heels. Maybe we could walk around all day long. Walk around all day long. Well, it hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. But hurt so good. Come on, baby, now. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. Hey, hey. That's right.
When it hurts so good,
It
I
hurts
want
so
to
good.
know what you're thinking about when they say that.
It's not that, it's that he can pull off classic rock. He told me that was his unbelievable. We're gonna have to change we have to change some of the tires on the
Wheels on the truck?
yeah, on the bus. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I kind of dig it because one of the things that Vic was asking for was classic rock, and I didn't know who we could put. I gotta tell you, our American Bandstand Soul Train getup on Thursday nights has to have some of
You
this
should be
in
wearing
it.
your pants.
I will Thursday night. I will Thursday night, and I'm
Let's
going to
see what
make
we got Thursday
me a
night.
shirt. Well, I'm taking with CC in to do some classic rock stuff.
Classic
When you
rock stuff.
decided, I have been shocked the last few days.
It's amazing, isn't it? Feel
Yesterday,
how calm it is
Frank.
here?
Yeah, because you know who's in the house.
Ah, our in-house
Sally's
psychic
in the
medium
house.
is in the house. Call me Zena is here. She says, "Don't make me sing."
No, I think I would like to hear Zena sing. You know, Zena in the day was a beer.
Oh, really?
A white malt beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it spelled with a Z or an
It's
A?
Z-I-M-A,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Zima.
Zima. It was Zima or Zena?
Zima. Z-I-M-A. Yep.
Okay.
And it
Tasted
was
like
clear malt.
a hard Sprite. Tastes like a Sprite with a kick.
And we
Oh,
used to
okay.
drink. You used to drink it too, CC?
Yes, sir.
It was the best. Sometimes we put a little tequila in it.
I'm going to make some drinks for Labor Day. I don't know what anyone has planned for, but I can tell you
All
we've
right,
got
what do
about
you-
an hour left, so it's time to make
What are you doing?
a few drinks. So my in-house bartender recipe sent me some recipes. So we're going to get a little noisy here, so I'm going to try
What do you mean you're in-house? You have an in-house?
my in-house recipe finder over there, Mayor.
You're an in-house
He
recipe
takes
finder?
care of all the things that we need. I asked him, because every time I talk a lot and nobody, I don't think, hears me or listens. So I say
No,
it again.
trust you me, we all listen.
And again, and it's like, zoop.
No, that's the panic button.
Mayor, every time I say something, he says, on it, got it, on it. I'm like, where'd you get that from? So he told me that he got it from his grandfather. So
What
he
is it-
honors
what are
his
you mixing?
grandfather,
What are you mixing?
who was in the military. So because it's Labor Day, and I wanted to acknowledge Mayor and thank you for acknowledging me when I speak. I appreciate that. So we're going to start. We've got two drinks. One is going to be a vodka berry smash.
Put
So-
a little soda in it.
So, you know, I don't really like these measuring things. I never think there's enough. So I'm going to do the Mia pour. And I just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more.
9, 10,
Keep going.
11.
There you go. That's what I was going to tell you to do.
And there's the rest of the bottle. This vodka brought to you by Lost Harbor Distillery. Then we got some berries we're going to put in. Strawberries,
This is-
blueberries, raspberries.
This is a Josh shot.
A little bit of lime juice. They say
That you have to be careful with. That's good. That's enough.
a little bit of lime juice. And I think that's all we need. Looks good
no,
to me.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Right? So I
Yeah.
think we're going to blend
On
this
mine,
up.
you're going to put a little of that soda because I like it a little bubbly.
Yeah, but I don't want to put the soda in.
Not yet.
I'm just going to turn on my. It looks delicious, though.
In the day, we used to call this a purple monster.
This is called our Labor Day
This
treat.
is your grandfather's drink, Sotomayor? Your granddad's drink? Not quite. I think your granddad had moonshine.
It's a little slushy. So here it is to Labor Day. I'm going to put this back up here. And then don't worry, we'll go around 2 on something else. And then
You know, everybody out here is like
they
teetering
say
on
you
it.
have to smash the mint to give it some flavor.
With your hand?
Oh my God.
Yes.
With your hand?
Yes.
So
You want to
there's
try it?
Yeah, of course. What do I look like? Let me try that. You didn't have to, you didn't put the soda in mine.
No, I did not.
Yeah, get me the soda.
You want a floater of soda?
Oh yeah. I only drink vodka soda and things of that nature. This is the difference. This is God's, just a little bit. A little bit in there. Okay.
See how that is?
It smells divine.
It smells good? What do you think?
I got a
You got a piece
got-
of berry? Yeah, I know you're not used
No,
to
I
the
got
real
a-
fruit.
I got a piece of your nail. You want it back?
Oh my God. You're funny. How's the mint with it, is my question.
I don't like mint, but it's very minty.
It's very minty. You like
Without
this
the mint, I
glass,
would love
though?
it, but this is pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a half a bottle of vodka for you. All right, so we're going to share this around,
Yeah,
pass
share
this
it around so that everybody can be sloshed. I mean, everybody can be enjoying.
We're going to get everyone some glasses. Wow, I got to get some cups.
You
All right,
do
and
that.
then we'll come back and we'll make maybe a bourbon drink, or maybe I got a bourbon coconut, and we'll put that together.
You have bourbon?
I got some bourbon, I got some coconut,
Oh, Cece, aren't you a bourbon drinker?
Yes, I am.
because this, I might have to
Let
give
the
rest
ladies
to Josh.
taste this. Does your wife want to try bourbon drink or this drink?
Oh, she'll try any drink, really.
She'll try
All
any
right, so we'll
drink?
give
All
her
right.
some
Trying to
of
say
that.
I'm an alcoholic? Go take care of this.
You go take care. I got to tell you, let's put up the second shot on, we have a camera too for Sally,
Okay.
because I wanted to share something with Sally. Yesterday, you did your show, and you
Yes.
had a candidate running for Senate.
Yes, I
And
did.
he was sitting in the lobby, and we taped the show yesterday, and he's asked me if he could come in and ask you questions.
Absolutely. In
And
fact,
he wanted to know if he was going to win.
and I said yes. Well, I think I don't always remember, but I know it was a positive answer, right? I said, I believe.
You said he was.
Yes, okay.
Do you know that that man left here floating?
He asked if he could come to my next show on the Monday. I
He's
said,
going to be
absolutely.
here, not this Monday, the following.
Following Monday. Yes, he said he would. Yes, that was exciting.
He said that if the polls keep going the way that he felt, that he's going to come every Monday until Election Day.
Beautiful, lovely.
See, we may have a whole bunch of politicians in here on Monday.
That's okay. That's okay.
That was amazing.
I'm happy to help.
I never seen anybody so turned on to what you were saying and doing yesterday.
Yeah, I had a little talk because I had to go back inside and talk with someone else. But he said he absolutely loved my show, and that he wanted to come here. So I said, fine. That's,
And he got to hear
more
it
than
from the lobby, and then he came out here.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he grabbed the mic and he asked you several questions.
Yeah.
huh?
Again, if you give me a little hint of what I said, it'll come back. But because the way that I get it through channeling, I don't always remember what I'm saying. But the moment you tell me something, it comes right back into to me.
Well, he was talking about how he was a businessman. He's with the changes that are going on for the business community.
Right, right.
And I know what he's talking about because we are in the business community. Even you're in the business community.
Exactly.
He's upset the way things are. He would like it to be better, so he's running for that seat and yada, yada, yada. And I think he was looking for guidance from you to see if
thank you.
If it made any sense for him to even run.
Okay.
I think if you would have told
so
him,
that was
don't
great.
run.
Yeah, lovely. I'd love to be. He can be my guest on the show. He can even sit with me if he
Well,
wants
you got to
to.
be careful because Mike Velarde represents, I think, 6 politicians.
Okay.
And I think 5 out of 6 that he represents won the primaries.
Okay. I'm learning American politics because I've been here a long time, but that's good.
So
It's
all these
taken me a long.
politicians are going to be on your show.
That's fantastic. I'm
I'd love to be on
lovely,
your show too,
great.
Sally.
And
Are
I
they
think
like?
Cece wants to be on your show.
I'd love to be on your show
Beautiful.
too. Yes.
And
You
you,
know what?
too?
And
I'm getting a lot of people.
The
This
last
is
time
great.
he was here singing, you happened to be here.
Yes.
And he had come home. I wasn't here, and he had come home just excited. And the things that you were saying to him and the intuitions that you were having about
Right.
his future and whatnot, he came home sparked and excited.
Beautiful.
And I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I love to do that for people.
Appreciate it.
Yes, beautiful.
Especially
but
about
I
my
will say,
grandfather.
what I hear, I'm not making up that it's, all good because it could not necessarily be. But I'm pretty honest, but I seem to get a lot of positive messages, if I meant to give it to you.
And
so that's
Sally,
great.
I had a question for you because
Yeah.
sometimes you tell people, or Spirit tells people, that something good is going to happen. But they don't explain how that good comes about. And sometimes people don't understand that when you say, yes, I see great things happening, it doesn't necessarily translate into what you're doing right now is going to make you great. Sometimes you got to take one step back to get 2 steps forward. And I wanted just to point that out because sometimes people lose sight of the fact that what you're telling them is what they're telling you, but they still have to make these things happen, correct?
Exactly. And actually, that's really good because it's good to explain that on the show. I can only do so much, the messages that I get. It's still up to us. And I always say, because we have free will, what they may see may not happen because we don't always follow our own path, because many things take us off that path.
And a lot of people they don't understand that if you don't make it happen, like you told him, yeah, you're going to win. But he has to
It's
do
got to still
things-
work.
That's right.
Exactly.
You can't just sit back and
No.
say, I'm going to win. I
No,
ain't
of
gotta do
course
nothing.
not. That's with anything, right?
I'm going to be
Yes.
a superstar. I ain't got to do nothing. That's not the way it works.
Absolutely. No. But I guess we see that, but, people don't always see that. So it's good to point that out, that they still have to do the groundwork and what they're doing. But if I can see that what they're doing is going to be successful, I'll then tell them to continue doing what they're doing. But they have to continue doing it, correct? So that's what I would do. And I'm glad you pointed that out.
And
Okay.
and it's funny because I've don't want to tell the world that I've done over 3,000 jobs in my lifetime.
I knew that. No, I didn't.
And the funny thing is that I always tell people that I work with, there's bound to be a down. Even Michael Jordan, which I thought was one of the greatest, or DeGrom, one of the greatest, you can't throw a strike or hit a home run or anything consistently. There are numbers and averages. And it's what you learn from the downs that makes the
That makes
ups.
you, exactly. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah,
So-
yes, definitely.
Over here, Kenny. So I just wanted to elaborate on that because I know that more and more people are going to come into your show, and we invite you
Beautiful.
to join Sally's
Yeah.
show on
We've
on
got
Mondays.
a permanent guest here too, I think. Margaret, she's
Margaret?
going to be here too, yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the amazing,
She's loving it.
The
Yeah.
amazing thing isn't that they come, because they will come. The
Right.
amazing thing is how they come. Maybe CC will show up and he'll do a song for you on the show, and people will come and they ask their questions, and people are writing in. And I know that the kids in the studio were getting into it. And it's just a different take on how she does it. And I do other spiritual shows.
Right,
Trust me.
yes.
I do Sarah Spiritual. She gets over 50 calls a night in 2 hours. But she's been doing it 13 years.
I can see that happening, how it happens, because it's already starting with me. I'm getting, as you can see, if you can see some of the messages, someone asked me actually yesterday if I contacted aliens. So I told them to buy my book because that's what it's all about. So I said,
you know, we had an interesting, before you got here yesterday with Frank, and all of a sudden the energy that was in here had this whole elevation of that's why I kept asking you these questions about our physical presence versus our spiritual being.
Okay.
Because I think we're here physically, obviously, everyone sees, feels, touches, but our spiritual energy, I believe, sometimes is greater than our physical being.
Absolutely.
And I think it's hard to find that balance, especially when you're incredibly spiritual, and I don't even mean religious, but when you believe in a higher being, and then you're confined to this body, but yet you want to do so much more and say so much and express so much. There's that balance of
That's what
who
I
you are.
mention all the time. If you see, I always say that because I try to get that balance. I don't want to be too much that way, and I don't want to be too much. I also need to know what's going on that side to be able to perform and talk in this side. But the balance is what's really important. And it's difficult. It's very difficult. I have a girlfriend, I won't mention her name, because she might not be my friend after that, but she is very, very much all into the spiritual side of this, which is fine. But if I ask her to do something with me or come out or even go to a movie, she won't do that. But if I asked her to come to the show or go to a workshop, or it's all very, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's great that she's doing that. But she does need to find that balance, as many people do, as I did in the beginning. I was so much into my art and what was happening and my guide that I was too much. I realize that now. But over the years now, I mean, well, as I suddenly got engaged. I mean, if I'd have been all over on the other side, that wouldn't have happened.
Is there a way to protect, because maybe she feels when she goes out to a lot of people, she can't protect her energies because she's so spiritual that she takes in. And it's hard to go to a big social gathering around not just the physical souls, but all the other souls that go with that physical being.
And that's absolutely correct. But what's happened to her now, she stays in her home a lot and doesn't go out at all because she's got so much into that and the feelings, and you take on people's energies, which I do as an empath, that she is even, it scares her. But, you know, she respects what I say as I respect what she says, but she needs to get out a little bit more. For anybody listening, it's great, but find balance. It's really, really important, very important.
It's also complicated today because business owners have one life, and then they go home to their next life, and then they take care of their wife. That's life number 3. Then you got kids and pets. That's life number 4. And what happens is that you got to have inner balance for everything in life.
Exactly.
So I love to watch people say, am I going to meet somebody? Am I going to, my business going to succeed? Am I going to win Senate District, whatever he was? But then you got to look at the rest of the balance of your life. If you say you're going to win, it's really like you have an opportunity to win. But if everything else is out of balance, you're going to have a problem, right?
And I think the word opportunity is fantastic because you have to work at that. You have the opportunity, but if you don't work at it, it's just going to go into thin air again. It's not going to work. Yeah. And they also have past lives. So if they start bringing in past lives, they've got a heck of a life here.
Well, that, you know, sometimes we got to get through the first part of this thing
to
be able to get to the second part of past lives, because people it's a lot to comprehend. But it's really important that people understand. And the reason I'm taking time to do this is because I think your show is marvelous. I think that you have to understand the balance of what she does. Sarah Spiritual does a great job of doing that. She explains balance, but you do a better job explaining the different things of what balance looks like. And you have to have balance in order to see for these things to work for you. Because it ain't easy. Nothing comes easy. There's no free lunches, right, Kenny? No free lunches. And you got to hustle to get where you want to get, but you got to balance all the different lives that you have. So when they tell you, you know, Dawn, you're going to be successful, you ain't going to sit by a chair and wait for that to happen. You got to take care of all the back end stuff.
Sure. Like
yesterday, we had no internet, and you had shows pending to go out, and we got a whole truckload of stuff going on because of the holidays on Monday. It's a lot of work. So when you say to me, you're going to be successful, I got to get through the grind of getting there.
And I'm happy that you pointed that out because because I'm not always aware of what I'm saying, I'll just give what they're giving me, and I will relay that to the person. But I think before I even start talking, I'm going to say you still have to do the work, because it's not just sitting back. If you want to meet people, you can't just sit in your home. They're not going to knock on your door unless you go out and invite them in. But if you feel that you have a feeling of who you should have in your home, then you're with the right person coming into your home. Not always, but it happens that way.
That's so funny. I'm home. Am I going to meet somebody? Well, how long you been home? 40 years.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
You got to do the work. You got to put in the energy.
Absolutely.
But
As with
sometimes
anything.
people just need that affirmation.
Yes.
That validation that
Yeah.
it's all going to be okay.
Yes.
I'm on the right path. You gave Josh some great information. He was happy.
Good.
Things that he
good.
wanted to hear.
Is it going to be all right with a whole lot of politicians coming in here? I don't know. I'm just joking. I'm only joking. I'd be
It's funny
happy.
'cause we do
I will
two
love that.
political shows.
I will
One
love
is-
it.
One is virtual and it's on one side, and
Yeah.
one is in person and it's on
Totally
the other
extreme, yeah,
side.
yes.
But at least we
But
we
we've
don't
started
represent.
it was meant to be because I
company,
walked
right.
in, exactly. No, I'm looking forward to them coming here and listening to me, and I have them each one as a guest maybe.
But you know, it doesn't matter, and you say this all the time, doesn't matter what field you're in, what business you're in, every guy refers back to their mom,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
No
yes.
matter what this politician wins, doesn't win, it's
Yeah,
still about
yeah.
his mom's passing.
Right. Right.
You know what happened yesterday with you and your mom, right?
That was really strange. I wasn't even going to bring that up.
It just comes down to moms and their sons. It just seems very strong.
Right.
But yesterday there was a whole lot of other things going on there. We found out from Frank, who anoints people, and he was gifted. And, you know, people that it's funny. I used to say when you have children, you think you know them, until I saw what Parkland was. And when I was growing up and I had kids that I used to coach, and their parents do not know their kids.
Mhm.
They want to know. They think they know. And every time a kid gets in trouble, the parent, the first thing they say is, oh, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He's a good kid. Every kid in the world is a good kid, except the ones that ain't.
Yeah.
And you have to be honest about this
Of
thing.
course.
And you have to be to a point of brutal honesty with yourself. So if you want things, you got to go get them. If you want to hustle, you got to go get them. This is why when you say to me the kids struggle with schooling, man, struggle is a common denominator. When you open that door to leave for work, that's the struggle begins. So you got to hustle. You got to find the angles. You can't say, I'm done. You got to say, I got to keep going. Okay, so when you have somebody that tells you you have the potential, man, you got to put that. It's like going to Vegas and hitting that big number.
Getting married, eloping to
No,
Vegas.
don't do that. Don't let them do that. They did that. And it's their anniversary. But you got that chip that you know when you play it, it's going to hit. You got to keep it in your pocket. And you got to just wait for your opportunity. And it's going to come. And when it does, man, you grab it, you work it, you balance it, you do it, and then you believe it. It's like Frank said, all of us have the ability, even she says it, Sally says it.
Sure.
We all have the ability to do what Sally
I
does.
totally believe that. I mean,
just have to buy in.
I'm not different. Only I was given a lot of messages, and I think my best one was that I was able to paint because I couldn't deny that. So yes, we all had it. I didn't know, but now I realize.
When you walked in yesterday, what's the first thing you told me?
What
is going on here?
Oh
Who's-
no!
what's this
Actually,
presence?
yes. And then I won't mention names again, but I don't know. No, but when I walked in, you know that I just lost my daughter a little while ago. But this lady came up to me and she had just. Well, I didn't know that. She said, "I've lost my son," and I said, "I'm so sorry. When did he pass?" He passed 4 days after my daughter passed.
Yep.
So you have something. I mean, it was good because I wanted to tell her that these things just don't happen. She wasn't ready to hear messages, and I understand that. But you have something going here. We don't see everybody else, but they are here, definitely.
And there's a lot going. And your guest,
I'm
Margaret,
getting
over here. She's
goosebumps.
got a whole lot going on, Margaret. And
Oh my God! I get validation
she said,
for
at
the
least
goosebumps.
she said, I know, because she sits there so
Yeah.
quietly, and at least she says, I know.
Yeah.
The biggest
No,
surprise yesterday.
You have to walk in the.
Talking to the mic.
Margaret.
Margaret, talking to your microphone.
Margaret, talk into the mic. You are on the air.
What'd you say?
I said I'm never surprised because we've been friends for so long. It's just a matter of course. One day she was in my house. I think it was when he was staying with me. And we just sit and talk. And then all of a sudden she said, "Al's here." I said, "Where?" She said, "Here."
That's her husband.
That was my
Deceased.
husband that had passed away. And I said, "How do you know that?" She said, "I smell the smoke." I mean, I just couldn't
That
believe
was,
that.
we've had so many more, though, right?
Yeah, there's. It's just hard to remember everything that's gone on. I think about my the glasses.
No, you said that one. Talk about the tile. Do you remember the tile when you had some extra tile or something? This is completely ad lib, so we've
Yeah,
had so
no, I'm-
many.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
doing the same.
It's, you know,
Still
I'm
put it
not-
higher, Margaret. Yes.
I'm
feel like
sorry,
I'm bossing
I'm
her.
not-
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
getting
but-
very demanding.
Well,
now.
you know, yeah, I'm happy I'm here, and I'm afraid of even talking because I'm at the age where I forget what I'm saying, so that makes me a little bit more hesitant.
You're doing fine, Margaret.
You're doing great.
But
She's going to be the
it's
star
been,
here.
It's been a joy watching her. And when she used to, I mean, I've never sat and watched a pen, but I said, well, how do you know? She's like, get on the board, I'll look, and I'll just let the hand do the work, you know? So all of this is new to everybody else, but this is what I've grown with her. And I just kind of tell her how happy I am that she's gone as far as she is in such a short time.
Oh.
I'm so excited for you to be on the phone and what
Open the phone up.
I just want to tell you, you have the most beautiful.
Can you speak it to your mic?
You have the most beautiful, big, loving eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are so full of love.
I tried.
So I love you. I want you to know I love you.
Back.
Oh, thank you.
Want to take a break?
Uh-huh.
All right. All right, let's take a break.
Let's take a break when we come back. I know Cece's got some more music for us because we are going
Yes, we do.
into Labor Day weekend.
You can Cece the bourbon?
Not yet. How'd you guys like the other drink?
Oh, yeah, it
Well,
was
if I
good.
drink this, I will get up and
Good.
sing.
Josh, that one was for
It
you,
was
and
really
apparently
strong.
it's a little half a bottle of vodka strong.
You gave some to Josh?
Yes. Josh has her board running.
Oh, God.
All right, stay tuned. Bourbon next.
Bourbon next.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there. Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to stephaniejaffeart.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Call 877-281-0289.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
For this Labor Day, y'all, this goes out to all of our military men and women who has served. Just tell them thank you, and we love you all. Well, I see those flags are flying down the back road in the city streets, proudly in their glory. But they mean the world to me. Thank you, Air Force and Marines, Coast Guard, Army, and Navy. Yeah. Well, America, raise your voices. Hate and crime, it will not pass. If they disrespect our country, we're gonna kick some ass. Thank you, Air Force and Marines, Coast Guard, Army, and Navy. To the men and women, whoa, in the military. 'Cause without y'all, our freedom just ain't free. Thank you, Air Force and Marines, Coast Guard, Army, and Navy. To the men and women, whoa, in the military. 'Cause without y'all, our freedom just ain't free. Thank you, Air Force and Marines, Coast Guard, Army, and Navy. To the men and freedom just ain't free. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We love all of our military men and women. Thank you for serving.
Ain't that the truth? Freedom
Wow.
just ain't free. Good
Amazing.
stuff. I mean,
Incredible. CC, you take our breath away every single time. And I'm watching Colleen's face. You can see she gets a little teary-eyed over that. Because
We
that's
really
what it's
feel
all
strong.
about, right?
We feel strong about our military men and women. We thank them every day, every chance we get, because there's not enough thanks in this world for the men and women who serve to fight for our freedom. So
It is
we
true.
love them, we thank them, and we'll continue to thank them until the day we die.
And bipartisanism and politics aside, without the men and women of the military that serve and protect us every day in this great country, we would not have the amazing privileges and the opportunities that we have.
true that. We should treat them with more respect, and you know, I mean, there's so many different ways to go with that one, but they're the greatest. You know, see, I guess federally you can't put the military in to resolve state issues. You can only use the National Guard, and I always forget that. Charlie Rangel used to tell me that all the time. You can't use the Army to resolve. It's got to be, you got to declare something really bad for something to happen. But I got to tell you, those guys, boots on the ground, they will resolve a lot of issues. Like all those fires and everything else that you got going. You can't use the military to resolve that. I always thought that a bad rule should be changeable. You know what I'm saying? They keep bad rules on the books because the Constitution wrote it and they don't like changing the Constitution. I get it. But bad rules, not always pleasant.
Well, then it's a decision of if the rule is good or bad. But all I can tell you is that the military, those men and women that serve our country to keep us where we are, and the discipline, and I go even to Mayor, down generations from his grandfather, the things that we learned from our elders, the good and rules and respect.
And military, he's not here today.
Right, exactly.
Got to salute him.
Respect is a huge thing.
It is. My brother was in the military, was in the Navy. Not an easy trick. And he was on the Nimitz. He used to bring in nuclear weapons to ships. It was craziness what he did.
Yeah, military too. What they go through, what they see in either whether in war side or stateside, the good and the bad and the anxiety and the things that go on and come back, and then you have to we talked about balance, Sally, right?
Yeah.
You come back into this world, into our country as a free person, and you got to go to the grocery store and someone drops a bottle of tomato sauce and it explodes. What that sound resonate, what that brings back to you, that balance of getting back, even post-COVID, back into life, back into seeing people.
Triggers, a lot of triggers.
There's triggers, and simple life things can be triggers.
We don't even know it. Military, yesterday I asked him to wear his military stuff for Thursday nights for the get-up because, you know, in the 60s and 70s, the Vietnam War was a big deal. Huge deal in this country, divide. And I triggered him. I didn't even realize it. And he said, no, I don't even want to go there. For whatever reason, he didn't tell me what it was. But it triggered him. And he was really uncomfortable for the rest of the day. So I apologize for that. I didn't realize it. But the Army has triggers, and the military has triggers. And our veterans, we got a lot of them in California in the hills living in the streets because they cannot cope back to this reality. And that's on us.
Did you tell Cece about Rio that you're going to introduce them? Maybe they could do some music
and
together?
Yes, and he's excited to meet him. I'm going to give him the number so he can call
Yeah,
him.
absolutely.
and he's putting a band together. I think you got a drummer, you have a guitar player.
We have a drummer from Tampa, we have a bass player from Boynton Beach, and we have a guitar player from West Palm Beach.
How are you going to practice?
Well, the guy from Tampa is going to come over when he's free on the weekends, and we're going to try to put it together.
We're going to let you guys practice here.
All right, we can. I mean, the guy in West Palm Beach has a 4-car garage that's empty, so we can practice there, or the bass player has an amphitheater in his apartment complex.
Nice.
Well, that'd be nice for the sound.
Most of these guys are seasoned vets, so I just give them what I want them to play. And the thing is, practice is at home, and then when you get together, you just put together the show. So we have a high standard when it comes to practice and performance. So
are we going to classic rock on this piece?
No, it was country, but classic rock is kind of my niche, so we'll have to think about changing it up a little bit, maybe.
Sounds good. And Colleen, last time CeCe was in, he was telling us about some things you had with work, and I went, ooh, wow. You're definitely the person to know, but definitely not the person you want to be visiting your business for a problem. It's nice to know you as a personal basis, but I hope we never need you for business.
She's handling a very big problem now, I hear.
Yeah. It comes with the territory. I mean, I signed up for the job. I love doing what I'm doing. Serving my customers who have big water issues and making sure that we're not polluting the water or getting employees sick due to improper treatment, chemical-wise.
Well, what's happening now, right? Was it Missouri, Mississippi?
Mississippi.
What's going on with their water supply? I mean, this is a big city.
Yeah. Look,
you don't know
guys
what
just
it
talked
is.
about it, about not watching the news and watching TV.
You don't watch. Good.
I don't watch the news, but I did see a brief clip. I don't know the details of it, but if you're talking about a big city who has a severe break in a line or a water issue and they don't catch it right away, it could cause, a lot of problems.
They
and
got no
sickness
water,
and
no drinkable water, no potable water, nothing.
The problem is that this issue occurred 10 years ago. They did nothing to resolve it. The pumps don't work, so they're bringing in pumps. Okay, now I hear that the machines to distill the whole mechanism don't work. So what good is the pumps if
right.
you don't distill
It takes a lot of PM and maintenance planners and schedulers to. It's a lot of money to operate a huge system like that, and if you don't get money from the city, county, state to invest in those things, and unfortunately, bad things can really happen.
Well, I gave them your number.
Sorry.
To send you over.
No, you didn't. No, please don't. No.
You know, remember Red Rover send Colleen right on over?
Right.
I send them over. I told them that you're going to go in there and show them you got to do this, and because apparently these guys for 10 years they can't get out of their own way, and they said we have to steal from Peter to pay Paul. I said, but it's drinking water.
Showering water, don't open your mouth in the water.
Did you hear about this? Don't shower with your
Shower,
mouth
but don't
open.
open your mouth.
It's really sad because people are dying. They can't get to the water. I mean, I don't listen to the news that much, but anytime I should turn it on. It's there. It's
Well, you
really,
remember
really
in
sad.
Flint, Michigan, when the water would run out of your faucet, and you took a lighter, and you could light the water on fire.
Yeah, that's.
Did you see this?
So bad.
Maybe it's really good we have politicians coming in here and bringing them in.
I was thinking we should use this water in our gas tank because apparently it ignites because it's full of fuel.
No, don't do that. Do not put your water in your gas tank. Freddie is kidding.
Didn't you see the hose picture I put in? Mommy's going to be
People might
happy
try that.
with a full tank.
Yeah, I saw that.
You go to Flint, Michigan, that's a given.
Oh my God. Kids, don't try this at
Thank
home.
you,
Here's your
Josh. Thank
disclaimer.
you.
Parents, do
Thank you, Josh.
not put water in your gas tanks.
Josh, isn't it a good idea? I got a resolution
You
to the
and our
gas
former
price.
president, no.
What the hell? Why is water igniting? We don't prepare for a situation. The next nuclear war is going to be about water.
And you wonder why we're stressed
It's
out
not
here?
going to be about anything else but fresh water because everything is shrinking. And we don't have a heating problem. Oh, absolutely not. They think because winter is coming and it's going to be a bad winter, that when that 15 feet of snow melts, that it's going to refill everything.
Not so sure that's going
Dummies. Dummies. So I'm going to send her over to
Sending
Mississippi.
Sally. Oh, sending Colleen
And after
over.
Mississippi,
Oh,
I send you
gosh.
to Kentucky. And after Kentucky, you just keep going south.
Well, we have to we have to go more open this up for a happiness weekend here. It's their anniversary. Don't
Yes.
you want to know what they're
Do we
doing
have
on
a
their
picture?
anniversary?
We have the picture, Josh, of their anniversary. You had the picture of Cece and his wife?
Oh, it's your anniversary?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
congratulations.
1 year.
Congratulations.
Uno año.
What picture?
Oh, we got a picture.
Oh.
He's looking for it. So what are your plans for the weekend?
Well, we just boarded the dog.
Thank goodness.
At Jackie's.
That
grooming.
8-pound dog, I got to tell you.
Did I read that you lost a dog?
Yeah, he did. He lost his.
Yeah, my mom and dad's dog, well, it was my dog too, just passed away with a heart. I guess she had.
I think you need a cat, bro.
No, I'm allergic to cats. I can't.
No,
do
I got a
cats.
cat that will not get you allergic.
No, we don't.
Non-allergic cat.
If it's a hairless cat, those things are.
We have
yes,
a demon.
I have an ugly.
I have a
ugly
demon
hairless
dog. That's
cat.
enough.
Yeah, we have a demon
dogs
dog
are-
at home. We don't need
Demon
anything
dogs.
else. Yeah.
And
Now
it gets
that-
along with cat. With
Now that
dogs.
the dog is boarded, where are you going to go? What are you doing
so,
tonight?
we had a little disruption this week, which we originally had an alternative plan. So we came to the show because we said we were coming, but there's a little bit of a surprise that he's not aware of.
Oh boy.
I'm
Okay.
Not willing to share it on the show, but
So you're taking him somewhere and strapping him to a bedpost somewhere and having your way with him? For
Yes.
tonight?
Where's the? Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Wow, look
Look
at
at that. I said to Dawn, who is this? she says, Cece. I said, wow.
Yeah,
Look at
I
this.
clean up pretty well. I'm telling you.
Nice.
That was in Vegas last year. Yeah.
Wow.
on a whim. Yeah,
That's
he had no
amazing.
idea.
That's when I was allowed to shave my head, but she won't let me do it now.
No.
I was going to ask you, because I don't think I've ever seen you without a hat. Does he have, you
What-
have a hairline like Freddie?
I have the bald spot in the back, and everything else is gray on the side. Yeah, it's okay.
A hairline like Freddie? Really?
Isn't
Really?
that a better way than saying no hair
Why
or
don't,
bald?
why don't you just say, and see without a hat and leave it there?
Why? You
Da- da-
guys
da- da-
look
da- da-
good
da.
with your head.
God
with the
don't like
hats
ugly.
on.
like
I'm
hats.
telling-
Why
God
is that
don't
Look
like.
sexy.
I hope your hair stays full.
It's not. The older I get, the more it changes.
I noticed. It's
so
all over the bathroom.
It's everywhere. I know.
But we are coming out with some new merchandise, though. The guitar player that we just got is actually a merchandiser and makes merchandise. So we're coming out with brand new designs other than what we had before, and it's
CC
going to be
hats.
more. We're actually going to get CC hats, the baseball hats with CCs on the front that has military themes to it, so we can support our military. And then we've met a couple people who are promotional people who are talking about a couple USO shows here and there. So we're hoping to get everything back on track.
But we're going to take this weekend and just kind of disconnect from the world, I guess, and just kind of be with each other because it's been quite the last couple of months have been a little crazy. So we're just going to try and reconnect to us and take the weekend to do that.
Well, we want to give you a gift.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's only right. And, you know, your family. And we're going to give you 2 tickets to the restaurant.
To La Sorrel?
Yes.
Let's
Nice
do it.
restaurant. We're going to give you 2 tickets for there.
Gift cards, he
Gift
means.
cards, yeah.
Aw, thank
So
you
then
so
go-
much.
I appreciate
Take
it.
it. And then I'm going to give you 2 tickets so you can take it to the movies
Oh, nice.
as well, because they got some new stuff coming out, and you can enjoy your weekend because, you know, there's nothing better than the first year, because after that,
Did you save the
Oh,
top of your
dear.
wedding cake?
We never actually got a wedding cake.
Wedding cake.
We never had
I
a
wish
wedding
we had
cake.
known. We would have
if
had
I
to
would have
take
known, I
care
would
of
have
that.
brought you a cupcake with a candle on it.
We got
There
a donut
probably
in the back.
M&Ms or something.
We don't
right?
need the sweets, really. We don't.
Well, it's our pleasure, and thank you to La Sorrel and the J.C. Dreesen Show for providing us with gift cards. So
Yes, thank you
Yes,
so much.
thank
We
you to
appreciate
J.C.
thank you to
Dreesen,
La
La
Sorrel,
Sorrel.
Boca Raton, and the J.C. Dreesen Show. So we hope you have a wonderful anniversary and 2 tickets to Movies of Delray or Movies of Lake Worth to celebrate however you so choose. Now that the Demon Dog is boarded, you've got 3 days to yourself. It's like when your kids go to grandma's.
Do we still have the G.I. Joe figures in the back? We can put it in a donut.
We probably have
Or you can
something.
set it inside the drink that she's going to make next.
Can I just
Yeah,
say
I'm waiting for the
something?
bourbon, yeah.
Yes.
Please let me know how the next year goes, because you just said something, and I'm getting married in December, so now I'm concerned.
If you look around, I have to light a candle every time one of these things occur. I think I'm up to candle 24 somewhere around here. I should light a candle for you.
Okay, but when you said the first year is good, and then afterwards it's
No,
downhill.
I'm
Now I'm getting scared.
I'm only kidding. I do that
I'm
for a
just
laugh.
joking, too.
There's nothing better than the institution of marriage.
I'm just joking.
It's the best.
So,
But you got to
Kenny
work
Love,
at
it brings us
Steve,
right over to
if
you.
you're listening, Steve, it's okay.
It's all about love,
Steve,
Kenny.
we're all kidding. And Mr. Kenny, what are you doing today?
So today we are loving Sally, who's here, and we're going to love Margaret, who's here, and we're going to love Sally's daughter in loving memory. The show's dedicated to Louise,
Thank you.
and we're going to love Sydney, her granddaughter, and we're just going to spread the love all over the world. And I just want to share I want to share a miracle that happened after the show last week. I went to get gas, and I handed a rose to a woman, and she had two little kids, a little boy probably about 2 and a little girl probably about 3, 4, and they had grabbed the roses first. And the little girl hugged me, and she wouldn't let go because I gave her a rose and I said, I love you. And she followed me around 7-Eleven hugging me. And it just shows me how much everybody wants to love and be loved. And that's what we're going to create on the show today.
It's going to
Spread
Thank
love
you for
and
having
love
me.
and be loved. And yeah, so I'm so excited for this show, Sally. I've been waiting all week for this show.
Thank you for having me on.
To love you and love you and love you. And I'm so happy you're here, Margaret, because your big loving eyes are so beautiful.
30 years we've had a friendship, Margaret
Wow.
and I, so.
Wow. So this is
It's a long time.
perfect. And we're going to spread so much love all over the world. And yeah, so I'm very excited.
It's going to be fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
glad Margaret's back.
It's
because
gonna be the
Sally,
best
you and I
show
were
ever.
chatting a little bit. We haven't finished that conversation,
Yes,
so.
yes. Margaret,
Talking to your microphone.
you have to
Mike.
talk into that because we can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm not used to this. I said I hardly slept last night because I was so excited, and I was up at 7 o'clock this morning, which I never do.
That's amazing.
So, but you know, Sally and I,
I'm just happy
you know,
to do
had
this. I didn't
lunches
sleep
together,
either for
but
some
she's
reason.
busy,
Did
so
you
we
both
don't
meet
see a
in
lot.
London, or did you meet in the
No,
States?
we
No,
met
here.
over here. My ex-husband, he's passed too, was very good friends with Margaret's husband, who are both deceased. But I think you were drawn to come to this show. She needed something in her life, and I
Yeah,
fulfilled
so after
that.
30 years of love.
Friendship, yes.
Love.
Love.
Yes, it is. It's
I'm
more
actually,
like
I would love
sisters.
you to sit next to each other on
Yeah.
the show
Okay.
today. You know, we
Would
talked
you
about
be
that.
okay
I
with
would
that?
love you. Would you
Yeah.
love to sit next to her and just love her?
Absolutely.
Great.
That would be
Absolutely
really
lovely.
beautiful.
It's
I'm
funny
really
because we
excited.
I
first
found
met
my
Margaret.
sidekick.
She was so shy.
Yes.
Remember this? You
Yes,
remember that? Oh, you
yes.
got to keep her off the camera.
What do you mean
Look at
was?
her now.
Last week.
Blossoming.
Okay,
On Monday.
I found my little sidekick.
You're so beautiful, Margaret, and you have so much love in your eyes. It's going to be perfect, you two sitting next to each
Beautiful,
other. I'm so
thank you.
excited to love you. And I just want to say also, I'm going to be loving CC and his grandfather on the 16th. And I'm
Nice.
so excited that he's here. And he's going to sing and love his grandfather. And I'm so happy to meet his wife, Jackie, right?
Colleen.
Colleen?
Colleen
I
Jackie.
apologize. Colleen Jackie?
No, just Colleen.
Colleen, I apologize. I love you, Colleen. And I love CC.
drinks
So
for you.
then and we're going to have wedding pictures now on the slideshow with Granville. So he's going to actually be part of the wedding.
I got more.
Thank you.
So I'm really excited for that. And what song are you going to sing him, CC?
The only song he ever heard me sing was called "The Dance" by Garth Brooks, and he asked me to sing it at his funeral, and I was too broke up to sing it. I couldn't do it, so we're going to do it on your show.
Nice.
That's
Beautiful.
It's
I'm
gonna be
in
emotional
tears
for me.
when I hear this.
It's going to
Beautiful.
be great.
Beautiful.
It's all
Love you,
about
love you,
love.
love you. Love you so much.
Spreading some hope
Colleen,
and some
love
love.
you, love you, love you. I'm so excited
Wanna
that
do
you're
one
going to be
more song?
next to Sally on the show.
Thank you. I'm going to be excited too.
Cece, you have one more song to close us out for the Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, let's find one.
Cece, I got to talk to your manager because I have an idea.
Okay, well, that's...
Well, he sets up, you can talk to her.
She's right there. So
She's
you
right
talk.
there. I want to do Cafe Night Train we do on Thursday nights. I want CC to be the host of that.
Oh, he would love that.
And I want him to do the parts where we interview back and forth. I want him to do it.
Great idea.
And I want him to sing when we don't have singers, and when we have singers, he lets them play out. You're going to be the next Cornelius, Don Cornelius.
Nice. Mayorga, just swing the camera over to Cece, please.
Let's go to 3. And I think that it's time that CC took his chair, because here, like Kenny did and Sally has, it's time that we change up and take this music piece to a music man. Because I know that you're going to get busy, you're going to be traveling and everything else all over the place, but if I can seduce him to stay one night a week, I think we got a shot.
That'll be fantastic.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah?
We would love that.
Perfect. So you start this Thursday coming up. All right.
All right, so we're going to wrap up our show, the Brooklyn Cafe, on this beautiful first Friday in September. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be safe. Please don't drink and drive. Be patient. Love each other. And we're going to take it out with the amazing music of CeCe Clevenger. Happy anniversary, you guys. 1 year. Tune into the Florida Love Show on the other side of this at 3 o'clock. And we will see you Tuesday, 9 a.m. drive time.
And as always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Oh, come on. Well, I seen you on the dance floor doing your thing. Looking so good, you make the bell ting-a-ling in my heart. Looking so fine, then you come real close. Makes me want to pray to the heavenly host. You're so fine. Baby, won't you come and talk with me for a while? Honey, when you smile, it really drives me wild. Girl, I got to have you, got to make you mine. Girl, I'm gonna love you till the end of time. So let's find that Vegas preacher. Baby, it can't get no sweeter. Standing there looking into your eyes makes my little light shine. Hey! Baby, won't you come and talk with me for a while? Honey, when you smile, it really drives me wild. Girl, I got to have you, got to make you mine. Girl, I'm gonna love you till the end of time. Baby, won't you come and talk with me for a while? Honey, when you smile, it really drives me wild. Girl, I got to have you, got to make you mine. Girl, I'm gonna love you till the end of time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Girl, I'm gonna love you till the end of time. Thank y'all so much. Brooklyn Cafe Show. Love you, baby. Happy anniversary. Thank you to Freddie and Dawn. Thank you to everybody who works at the Cafe Show. Kenny Love, Sally, Margaret, thank you so much, darling.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.